In the news now, U.S. has blacklisted 28 Chinese organizations for their alleged role in abuses against Uyghurs in Xinjiang province. The organizations have been put on a so-called entity list, which bars them from buying products from U.S. companies without prior approval from Washington. One of the world's largest makers of surveillance equipment is among those who have been targeted. In addition to this, Xinjiang's Public Security Bureau is on the list, along with 19 other smaller government agencies. China has not issued any comment on the U.S. decision. This is not the first time that the U.S. has placed Chinese groups under a trade ban. In May, Trump administration has added Huawei to the entity list because of security fears over its products. Various human rights groups have said that Beijing is severely persecuting mostly Muslim Uyghurs in detention camps in Xinjiang. And China has called them vocational training centers to combat extremism. Our next story is from Hong Kong in one of the most significant proposals which could have far-reaching implications, not just for Hong Kong but across the world. The Hong Kong administration is mulling an internet ban to control the protesters. The proposal will ban masks, in fact, has been already moved by the Hong Kong cabinet. Now, after the ban on masks failed to contain the protest, Hong Kong is struggling to limp back to normalcy after violent protests over the weekend over the government's ban on face masks. Scores of demonstrators were arrested as people took to the streets against the government's latest crackdown. Chaos erupted during the weekend protests when a car rammed into some of the protesters. One woman sustained serious injuries. The cab driver was beaten up by some protesters before being rescued.
I think people died.
In another incident, a journalist was hit by a petrol bomb as protesters clashed with the police. Meanwhile, a Hong Kong court rejected a second attempt to block the ban on face masks. The ban on face masks, which has been invoked under a colonial-era emergency law, has backfired on the government. The ban has made all types of facial covering, including face masks and face paint, illegal and prompted more people to come out on the streets in protest.